welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't you worry, honey. We're all new. We are all new. And I know I promised you guys a whole part 2 of my last vlog, but life has been lifing, and it's insane. Life has been lifing, and you know what? Let's forget the past. Maybe there'll be something enticing in the near future. Maybe soon. Sooner than you think. Okay, so for today's video, I thought I would share some sentiments, especially for the young ladies and guys, if they do watch quite a lot of YouTube videos on advice and everything like that. But it's just a video on navigating your 20s. I don't know, fortunately I'm in my 30s. Fortunately I'm in my 30s, so the whole dumpster season of my 20s is over. Okay, so I can say one or two things about it, right, to help you. To help you in not going crazy, because it will drive you crazy. Don't despair, your girl got you. So I just jotted down a few points that maybe would give give context or impact. Let's say that, give impact, right? Number one is you may think that you know a lot, but there's still a lot more that you need to discover. And the things that you might know now are probably things that are completely incorrect, and that is completely correct as well. That's completely fine. Sorry, that is fine, all in well, because you can still navigate in the opposite direction after finding out that you're truly not correct. So nothing to beat yourself up about, but rather I think to take note of and move in the opposite direction, right? I think it's rather important that as a young person you don't torment yourself with every mistake that you make, right? I think this is a defining season in your life where you get to apply what your parents have actually taught you while you were in your teenagehood. So don't torment yourself if you're particularly wrong, because parents can get a lot of things wrong, right? So be open to making out your mistakes, finding out that you're wrong, and pivoting. That is very vital. Pivot. Otherwise, the knowledge is useless. It's pretty much dormant. You can't know something and not apply it. It renders it very redundant, right? Number two, try to fulfill your desires. One of the ways I highly advise in knowing what your desires are is writing down everything that you feel you are very unsatisfied with at this particular moment. So for example, if you say you're not a person that's traveling a lot and you really want to travel in the near future, but you have many problems and things like that, write it down. It's a thing that you want to do, right? If you don't have enough friends anymore, or you don't want a lot of friends, either or, right? Once you know exactly what you don't like about your situation now, you write the exact opposite of what you want, of that what you do not like, if I'm making sense, right? So if you dislike the fact that you are not traveling, then you will say your desire is you want to travel. Basic, isn't it? Yes. Align yourself with your desires, because your desires are like little crumbs leading to where you're supposed to be. Whatever thing that catches your eye is actually also leading you to your desire, right? Don't be passive aggressive. Don't have an attitude towards it, I'd say, right? Don't have an attitude towards it. Just be willing to explore and explore, man. Explore. Your 20s are for exploring. What are you doing in the house? Like, what are you doing in the house? Explore. Explore. Right? And always do things that won't keep you up at night feeling shameful or guilty for some reason, right? We need a lot of sleep in this world, in case none of you have noticed. We need a lot of sleep, and we need a lot of rest. It's not just sleep, it's good sleep. People don't get good sleep. I think it's important that you get a lot of good sleep. And the only way for you to get good sleep is if you do and choose things that don't leave you sleepless. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. If you don't get it, forget about it, honey. Do things that make you feel proud. You see those desires that you wrote down, the little things that you're unsatisfied with? Do all those things on that list. See how you feel after. See how you feel after, like, satisfying all those desires. Reflect. I think it's very important that people reflect. Reflect on how you feel, number one, after achieving the certain thing. Whether or not you want more of it or you want less of it. I think achieving your desires leaves you knowing, with a deeper knowing inside you, that do you want to change directions, or do you want to lean more into that specific activity, right? Pick up a lot of hobbies. Do things that are outside of your comfort zone. Every chance you get, everything that leaves you actually anxious. Whatever makes you anxious, do it. You do it. I found that being in uncomfortable seasons of your life is the most gratifying. Become much more grateful, right? So, for instance, in my case, I'll make an example. In varsity, I wasn't the most outspoken person you'd ever meet, right? But then I started volunteering for things that would want me to speak more and be in people's faces more. I grew up as a very shy kid, so for me it was very essential for me to come out of my comfort zone, especially considering the career I was venturing into. It needed me to be much more outspoken, number one, articulate, and very precise, cutthroat, to the point, right? So I needed to practice every single time being in people's environments to be much more precise, to the point, and sharp, direct, right? Do it, baby girl. Do it. You can do it. I believe in you. If I could do it, you could do it. There's no way you cannot do it. Do it. Another point, hang out with people that actually like you. Hang out with people that actually like you. Not what you provide, not what you can get them, not what the clout they can get off of you from just being associated with you. Do away with that illusion. Do away with it. I've had numerous encounters. I've had to learn the hard way. Let's say that. I've had to learn the hard way. People coming into my life for clout, for favors, for what I could provide in that instance. All good and well. Nothing is ever lost. It has been paid tenfold. So I'm good. But for you, because I went through it for you, don't do it. It's just a piece of advice. Don't do it. Hang around people that actually feed you. Not feed your stomach. Okay, feed your stomach too. That would be a great point. Feed your stomach, but also feed your emotional being and mental space. I feel like you always need a balance of those people. You don't need a lot of leeches, people that are complainers. They complain about everything. Like, everything is just a day to complain about, right? You don't want that because it wears you down. You should start thinking about your life as a little battery, right? From the minute you wake up, it's supposed to be filled, or you should be working to fill it up to its highest point, right? Once it's filled, you go outside into the living world where everyone else is, right? And from the minute you say hello to a person, and the minute you start smiling or being cranky, that is energy being depleted from you, right? So you want to be very careful where you place your energy or where you spend your energy, right? So do away with people that are out to eat up your battery bars, okay? Stay away from those people. Don't convince people. Don't ever convince people that you are correct. Hush and live. Hush and live. All the talking is very... I've found that people younger than you will probably listen. People your age will never listen, as well as people older than you. True. Although I'm subjective with the people older than you. The people older than you are sometimes okay, I'll listen to you. I'll pick up what you're saying, and I found that with older people, they take the knowledge that you so wonderfully bestow upon their feet and make it their own. So with that, people love being so knowledgeable but never want to seek out the knowledge. Don't be one of those people. So that's all from me today. I hope you found this video very helpful. Hopefully we'll have a lot more of these sessions as I get outside of my comfort zone also, you see? So we're all learning, yeah? I hope you enjoyed this video. See you again in the next one. Bye, sweeties.